fastest way to memorize songs. If you've ever struggled to memorize song lyrics, keep watching. I'll show you the fastest way to memorize any song you want to perform. If you're a songwriter, you can also transcribe the lyrics to analyze a song and learn how it's put together so that you can improve your songwriting craft. You can even use this process to memorize your own songs quickly. Hi, I'm Trevor Dimmoff. I'm a songwriter and I teach songwriting at EpicSongWriting.com, where I transform musicians into songwriters. If you learned from this video, click subscribe below and click the little bell so that you know when I post new videos. Watch the video all the way through and then click the description link where you can read a transcription of this video. You can also enter your email address so I can send you a printable version of this so that you can use it to learn this process on your own. There are three main ways to learn the lyrics of a song. First, look it up. Google it. This will get you a version of the lyrics, but no matter how many times you hit your head against your guitar or your keyboard, it won't help you memorize them. Simply reading the lyrics isn't going to help you memorize it. You have to do more. The lyrics you might find might not even be accurate unless you're on the artist or band's official website. The second way is brute force. You listen to it and write or sing each line, rewinding it until you have the lyrics figured out and written down. And then the next line. And then the next line. This takes forever and you only memorize bits and pieces. It's not dependable. As a performer who's forgotten lyrics in front of an audience, including words to songs I've written, trust me, this is not the best way to memorize a song. I finally learned it. I don't worry about it anymore. What I recommend instead is to learn the song holistically. Listen to the entire song several times through without stopping it. I'll do this live on video in a moment so you can see the process. I picked the song Dig That Hole by Ian Sherwood for three reasons. I love it. It's my favorite track on his album Bring the Light. 2, it's relatively short so it works well for a demonstration. And 3, Ian Sherwood is an excellent songwriter and a friend. He gave me permission to use this song in this video. To learn this transcribing process yourself, you have to do it. Pick a song that you love and want to learn. Pick a song with clear, understandable lyrics. And pick a song that's easy and relatively short. When you're used to this process, it's okay to get more ambitious. Here's what to do. Number 1, buy the song. Support the artist you love. They earn more from a purchase than Spotify streams or YouTube views, but I'm not going to judge you. You do your thing. Next, write it out by hand. You'll learn it faster. Save typing for the final copy if you want. Third, listen to the whole song. Write as you go, catch what you can, leave space for what you missed this time, and get it on the next listen. Next, take a moment at the end to add any words you remember, and then go back and listen again until you've got the song figured out. The first time through the song, just catch the timings for the start of each section and the first few words of each line that you can. Use a dot or an X to mark the start of a line if you miss the lyrics. Then try figuring things out. I usually do it in this order. I label the sections: chorus, verse, pre-chorus, bridge, introduction, solos, transitions, and ending. Write the start of the rest of the lines. Catch the rhymes at the ends of each line, and then start filling in the gaps in between. While you're writing and listening, start singing in your head and then out loud. Sing what you remember, hum it first if it's easier, and sing more each time. The last time through, sing along and check it. You can also add bar lines to the lyrics if this helps. Once you're done, check a dependable version of the lyrics or Google the lyrics and double check just to make sure. Remember, while you're listening to the entire song, you learn the whole song instead of bits and pieces. Don't stop the recording. Catch the words you missed the next time. Over the next few days, sing along with the track without looking at the lyrics, and this will help solidify it in your mind so you don't forget it. The more you practice this approach, the faster it works for you and the easier it feels. You can sing along with bass lines, riffs, lead lines, and solos to learn them too. To learn an instrumental solo, learn to sing the entire solo before touching your instrument. If you can sing it without the recording, it's much faster. You can slow it down and learn every note. Start with something relatively easy. As you get better at it, choose harder and longer material to transcribe. To learn chord progressions, follow the bass line and sing the roots of each chord to start figuring out the chords. Now, I'll show you the process live on video. I listened to Dig That Hole a total of 3 times. I intentionally haven't listened to it for over a week so that I don't know the words. So you can hear the song better, I'll overdub the song on the video afterwards. The first time through the song will be in real time, and then I'll speed up the video so you can watch how I fill in the words. Click the description link to EpicSongWriting.com to read a transcript of this video. If you enter your email address there, I'll send you a printable PDF version of this process to help you follow through and to learn to do it effectively. There's also a link in the video description where you can buy this song or the whole album and support Ian Sherwood. Here we go.
When he was a young man, all he did was lie. When he left his home, he never looked back. He made a lot of money, getting dirt on his brow, but he wouldn't have dug so deep knowing what he knows now. Back then he didn't even know. Back then he didn't even know there were demons looking for him in that hole. You gotta know how deep to dig that hole. You gotta know where to dig to find that gold. Now you gotta know you're going in young and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole. If he was hungry, he wouldn't slow down. There's a dirty old devil right behind him now. It'll grind him down to dust and stone, picking his teeth with one of his bones. But he had fever, he couldn't leave it alone. Back then he didn't even know. Back then he didn't even know there were demons looking for him in that hole. You gotta know how deep to dig that hole. You gotta know where to dig to find that gold. And you gotta know you're going in young and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole. You got a lovely smile. You got a lovely life, even in the sunshine. 'Cause the money never lasts. I gotta know how deep to dig that hole. I gotta know where to dig and find that gold. Now I gotta know going in young and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole. When he was a young man, all he did was lie. When he left his home, he never looked back. He made a lot of money, getting dirt on his brow, but he wouldn't have dug so deep knowing what he knows now. Back then he didn't even know. Back then he didn't even know there were demons looking for him in that hole. You gotta know how deep to dig that hole. You gotta know where to dig to find that gold. Now you gotta know you're going in young and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole. If he was hungry, he wouldn't slow down. There's a dirty old devil right behind him now. It'll grind him down to dust and stone, picking his teeth with one of his bones. But he had fever, he couldn't leave it alone. Back then he didn't even know. and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole. You got a lovely smile. You got a lovely life, even in the sunshine. 'Cause the money never lasts. I gotta know how deep to dig that hole. I gotta know where to dig and find that gold. Now I gotta know, going in young and you're coming out old. This fast life's a one-way track. Don't slow down and don't look back. There's only one way out. You gotta dig that hole.
And that's it. I transcribed Dig That Hole on video. The next day I went back and proofread my lyrics. I found a couple of wrong words and I relabeled the 2 lines back then he didn't even know and there were demons looking for him in that hole as the pre-chorus. Because Ian hadn't posted the lyrics to the song online, I emailed him to double check my work. He pointed out a few minor mistakes. It's always a good idea to double check your work when you're done. After one listening session, I have the song about 90% memorized. To consolidate it in my mind and make sure I remember it long term, I'll need to practice it and listen to it again for a few days. The next step is figuring out the chords so I can play it too. Now you know the fastest way to memorize a song. Try listening holistically to the entire track several times. Don't try to learn bits and pieces. It won't stick in your head and you'll wind up forgetting some of the lyrics when you're under pressure to perform. In the video description, click the link to EpicSongWriting.com and enter your email address. I'll send you a PDF of the fastest way to memorize songs. This will help you practice the process. The more you use it, the easier it gets. If you like the song, there's also a link in the description where you can purchase the song or the entire album to support Ian. He'd appreciate it. I'm Trevor Dimoff. I transform musicians into songwriters at EpicSongWriting.com. Thanks for watching.